My name is Amy Sininger, and I am a TEFL as well as a Teach Abroad alum. And I went to teach abroad in Thailand in October of 2015, and I took my TEFL certification beginning in June of 2015. And I am actually currently Teach Abroad in TEFL's current Content Marketing Intern for fall 2016, so I'm working here at CIEE now. I went to Dartmouth College and I got my master's degree in cultural studies, and while I was there I kind of just started to feel that grad school was feeling very egocentric and you're always focusing on yourself and your work, and so it got to a point where it's like I want to apply my cultural studies in the field, and I want to go contribute and I want to travel, but I want to do it with meaning. I applied to teach abroad in Thailand, and it was the best thing I ever did. So I moved to Thailand in October of 2015, and I taught in Bangkok, Thailand, and it was amazing. So I taught middle school and high school age students, and I taught anywhere from kind of reading comprehension to discussion topics. I taught vocabulary, kind of basic English concepts. Kind of all across the board, and when I went in, I had some teaching experience. I taught at the university level, so this was a new experience for me, but it was amazing. I went in a little nervous because I think you go in with expectations of what US students are like, and for me, middle school and high school were so challenging and difficult. So I went in, but I just fell in love with these students. They were so kind and they were so sweet, and they'd run down the hall shouting like "Teacher Ami" and stuff, so they were just so sweet. It was a really rewarding experience. I loved working with the kids. I grew a lot. I gained so much more empathy and so many quality things that I would have never gained if I had stayed in the US and gone right into the workforce. So it was just completely invaluable to me, and I am forever thankful for it. So I decided to get my TEFL certification because I had some teaching experience, but it was at the university level, so I wasn't completely sure what I was getting into with, going to teach abroad, teaching young students. So I just wanted to back myself up, and, in getting your TEFL certification, it really is investing in yourself. I received my TEFL certification. I started in June 2015, and it was a 2-month course, and it was all online, so you go week by week, and it tells you, to complete certain lessons and read certain things. So it was really great, so I could do it at my own pace, especially since I took it over the summer and I was traveling, so it was very doable. It shows you how to make lesson plans. It shows you, if you're in some kind of like cultural shock situation, ways to deal with that, good ideas for lesson plans, for activities, and all of these kind of great things that I would have never even thought about. So it really made me a much better teacher, and I can use it forever. What I love about TEFL is that it never expires. So once you get TEFL certified, you'll have it your entire life. And I think for the future I can use it. I certainly think about going to teach abroad again because my experience was so wonderful. So I can have that as a backup. I've thought about getting my PhD in something involving international education, so it'll be extremely useful for that. So there's so many different ways that you can use it. So I think traveling can be rewarding in any aspect, whether you're going to explore a new culture or if you're trying to learn a new language. But if you add teaching into the mix, you have this whole new dynamic where you're contributing and you're giving back. Especially if you've studied abroad, you know what it's like to be part of a new culture and be a part of something that you just feel so small, which is actually such a good feeling. And so going to teach abroad, you get to contribute to something. And international education is so important. It's so important today to be a global citizen. And I think a lot of times, especially with social media and all of these other kind of social aspects of our lives in the US today, it's so easy to kind of have this very egocentric look, and not that it's anybody's fault, but you kind of have this outlook of, how does the world relate to me? And it really should be the other way around. It should be, how do I relate to the world? What can I contribute? How can I be beneficial? And for me, that solution was going to teach abroad.